Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Willis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Syracuse's offense will get the football first. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man downfield. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They'll give it to him again. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buys a little extra time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows it. They do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Orange will have to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Purdue's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations and really makes you very predictable.
Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Syracuse looking for the 4th down conversion. Trying to keep the drive alive. The stiff arm gets him loose. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might be calling a hot route. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Toss to the left. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around. And then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough. First down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Under fire. And and this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. They'll throw it from the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Willis. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They give it to him again. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
7, Purdue, 0.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. The toss to the outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quarterback making adjustments. They've been running it, but now the pass. He'll get rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Trying play action. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
You got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI, stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard. They get through and it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way.
Yeah, a lot of times in field goal blocking, you load up one side, they load up the left side, push all the guys backwards, slip through the crack, get their hand up, and get the big block. Nice job.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged in the middle, it's Gill. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
They'll run play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cuse. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Boilermakers have it back. Here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat.
There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Boilermakers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Willis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Off play action. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Got it in the middle. It's Gill. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Gets the back moving. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back to the 16.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's it, fly. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ross. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely Central New York.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.